back everyone to another case of 2023 Epictastic Halloween Spooktober Spectacular. And this is going to be my review for Cobweb. This is a 2023 horror film. Yep, another one. This is directed by Bodin. It is directorial debuted and written by Chris Thomas Devlin and stars Lizzy Caplan, Woody Norman, and Antony Starr. Cobweb tells the story of a young kid named Peter, and he is plagued by a mysterious constant noise from inside his bedroom wall. A tapping that his parents insist is his imagination. As his fear intensifies, he starts to believe that his parents are hiding a terrible, dangerous secret. Cobweb is another one of those movies that got very overlooked and not many people went and saw, and to be honest, did not even get a fair chance in theaters, because the minute this movie came out in theaters in July, it immediately got put on streaming services, and it didn't really get to make a fair chance when it comes to what it was going to go for. So this is a movie I think is very underappreciated, and I'll say this: in the first 20 minutes of this movie, the movie was a bit slow, and it was a bit familiar to movies like *Malignant* and *Barbarian*, where it wasn't really hitting me at first. The characters, of course, were not the most amazing in this either, but for a quickly paced little horror movie, I thought this was surprisingly great. And I will say another issue now, it could have went on for 5 or 10 more minutes, but I appreciate the fact that it was pretty short. And so, those were my only real issues when it comes to this movie, but other than that, I thought the way the movie was directed is very well directed. Here you can tell that it is trying to be more so like Barbarian and The Exorcist a little bit, in its different type of way, and also it is a strange, unusual world, and it does have a lot of unsettling energy because of cinematography wise. And cinematography wise, it is creepy and it does crawl for it. So I definitely do appreciate when it comes to a direction side of things that it's a very well done film. I'll say that because it is competently made in terms of what it's doing, and it goes for it there, and I definitely do like what it was going for in terms of it. So it is really well done. From a cinematography standpoint, there's a lot of great creepy shots here that are very well done. There's a lot of crazy moments here, and when you get into the secret that Carol and Mark have here, so I won't spoil it, but I will say that it definitely does go into what it's saying, does not let up. I'll say that when it comes to what is going on in the actual film. So cinematography was great. I thought the direction was energetic and such. This is a first time director, so I definitely do expect him to do more stuff like this in the future. And it definitely just adds to it. So it is going for exactly what you're gonna get, and the movie doesn't go into unexpected territories when the movie picks up, because once the movie picks up, it gets crazy, it gets nuts, and it gets pretty intense real quick. I'll say that it gets really intense there. The acting, of course, is strong here. You got Antony Starr from The Boys, he's really good here. You have Lizzy Caplan from, as you all may know from Mean Girls, as Janice Ian, but she's done a lot more than that, and she was fantastic here as always. I like seeing her and stuff. Cleopatra Coleman, she was high. The kid actor was pretty good at her, even though he did play in a movie with Joaquin Phoenix, come on, but I think they all did a very good job in terms of what they could play with here. And so, the acting was great. I thought the editing was very good here by Kevin Greutert and Richard Riffaud. The music is done by Drum and Lace, who I've become a fan of theirs since they did the music for Rosaline last year. Which Rosaline, that was a fun take on the Shakespearean type scenario with Romeo and Juliet. And then they've also done the music for other stuff there. So I would say the score is great as well. I love the score. The horror and suspension is definitely there. So if you're looking for horror, you're gonna get it because in this movie. As I said, the first 20 minutes were a bit slow. I did think the movie was a bit familiar to Barbarian and Malignant, and I wasn't really enjoying these characters here while they were not much developed. But at the end of the day, I thought this was a pretty underrated horror film that should have been seen by a lot more people. It is a step down compared to some of the other good movies of 2023, and while it is a step down compared to 2020 scary movies, there's always hidden gems like this that comes out of nowhere and surprise. I will give this one a highly recommended. If you have streaming services, whatever streaming service this is on right now, or if this is on Blu-ray and DVD, definitely check it out. It went overlooked, and I think it did not deserve it. Well, that's going to do it for the video that you just watched. If you want to see more, my channel icon is up here. If you want to see more content from me, all my social medias are right here in this end card. I will also leave a playlist and a video here for you to see what the channel is about. As always, acknowledge me, stay Epictastic, join the Epictasticness, and you guys keep it cool.